clean the area, you must ensure that they are trained properly. They should have proper knowledge on how to use the equipments, and then only they will be able to use it properly. So please ensure whenever you have any equipments that is to be used, if it is a new one, you have to give training to them, and you should ensure the safety. Safety is very important. All of you have studied about different types of training, and please recall you have studied about refresher training, remedial training, induction training. So if you are going to utilize a new equipment or new machine, ensure that you are giving remedial training to them. However, it is always better to brief them about the machines and all before they start working. So we should also understand that it is a human nature for us that we forget many times. Whatever we learn, we forget if we are not using it. So if the employees, those who are going to be working in the area are new, or like they have used machine only once or twice, it is also advisable to inform them about the machine once again. And then post that only you leave them if you are confident that they will work safely, then only you allow them to work in the field. So it is the duty of the housekeeper to ensure the safety norms to be followed by the employees. So quickly we will try to understand the functioning of the machine once again, and then on the basis of planning we will go to the area and we will do the team cleaning in the form, in the process that we have discussed or that we will be planning for. Now, if you want to complete a task, let us assume you want to clean this area, if you want to do thorough cleaning as a team, and say 6 of you are there. So we have to decide who will be doing the cobwebbing, who will be cleaning the area, who will be doing the wall dusting, who will be cleaning the fan, who will be cleaning the tube lights, and finally who will be cleaning the floor. In floor cleaning, what we are going to do. So today we will only do the floor policy. Today now for our practical, as of now, we will just see the demo of scrubbing the floor. But let us assume after scrubbing, we will also do the policy. So all these will be the part of the team cleaning. So you have to decide who will do what and how many persons are required. So hope it is clear. If you come to the area, if you do the area, if you make the area maintenance properly, if you understand the things properly about the productivity standard, performance standard, coming to the destination, then coming to the spot, you can decide what is the requirement of the employees. So if you have to do cleaning of this area, and the cleaning is cobwebbing, say high wall dusting, cleaning of fan, cleaning of tube light, and scrubbing the floor, then how many employees you need? Please take the mic. How many employees do you think you need? Because we have to do the planning of team cleaning now, and we have decided, you have decided as a housekeeper that you need to do cobwebbing, you need to do the high wall dusting, you need to do the fan tube light cleaning, you have to scrub this floor and keep the area ready. How many employees do you think you need?
Sir, I need 5 employees.
Okay.
So for all the upper areas like the tube light cleaning and high wall cleaning, we can assign one person.
Okay.
For cobweb also.
Right.
And for scrubbing, we can assign one person. Scrubbing and polishing, we can assign one person.
Okay.
And for washing and rest of the dusting, we can assign. So maximum 3 to 4.
Okay. Fine. Yes.
I concur with it.
Oh, very good. Very clever and smart answer. Huh?
Same, sir. 3 persons.
Same. So all have become smart now. Yes, please.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay, good. So it is not compulsory. Some of you told 5. Some of you told can be 3. Some of you are telling it is can be 3 to 4. Some of you are telling it is 5. There is no hard and fast rule how many persons should be there. That you have to decide as a housekeeper as per the requirement. Now same area, if you have 2 or 3 persons, it will take a little more time. If you have 5, maybe the other housekeeper wants to finish it in a short duration of time. So you may say, okay, we will put 2 machines and we will put some 5 persons. So there is no hard and fast rule. You can decide it on the basis of the requirement. So There's no correct answer, no wrong answer. All your answers are correct because all of you are individual housekeeper. Good. Now quickly we'll try to understand about this machine. So all of you now understood how you will be planning it, and you also, some of you told that you will be dividing the activity. You will be dividing this area into different activity or different tasks. For example, cobwebbing and fan cleaning and say tube light cleaning and all. So yes, we have to divide the nature of work so that everybody is working, because labor is very, very costly. Human resources, in other words, technically, human resources are very, very costly. We cannot waste any human resources because of the cost. As all of you know, you have studied budget. 70% of the operational cost goes towards salary, wages and benefits in most of the hotels. So that is a huge chunk. Very good. Hats off to all of you that all of you have understood the importance of human resources, training, planning and organizing the housekeeping department. So before seeing the function of the machine, let us give a round of applause for all of you for self-motivation. Thank you. Now this machine, there are many machines which we have in our college as well. We'll just see before giving the task to the people if required. We have to train them, so in that case we have to inform them about each and every activity of the machine. As you can see here, this is a machine which is known as Polisher. Model of this machine is LS430. You can see there are two brands associated with this particular machine. Once when we purchased it some 6 years ago, that particular time, this machine was purchased from Eureka Forbes company, but they had the collaboration with the Nilfisk company. Nilfisk is usually a German company. That time they had collaboration. Again now, Nilfisk is separate, Eureka Forbes is separate. So you may find machines with different brand, and all of you have studied about different brands. All of you have already written your assignment about different brands of cleaning agents, cleaning equipments. So the brand, whatever is the brand, it can be Tasky, it can be Karcher, it can be Uber, it can be different companies. It does not matter which is the company, that you can decide as on the basis of the hotel wherever you are working, as per the management scheme or as per the rates and all. Activity of a polisher will be more or less same. This machine comes in single disc form. Sometimes it comes in 3 disc form, where you will have 2 more extension, one on right side and one on left side. Some places you find with 5 discs. So one on left, one on right, similarly behind left and right. So it depends what is the requirement. Now this particular machine can be used for 4 different purposes. It can be used for polishing the surface, marble. Say for example you want to polish the marble, so you can use it for polishing. You can use this machine for scrubbing. You can use this machine for buffing, and you can also use this machine for shampooing the carpet. But usually nowadays, hotels, they don't prefer to use this machine for shampooing a carpet shampooing, because once you use this machine to shampoo the carpet, it takes time for the carpets to get dried up, and many times carpet gets wasted, it gets fungal growth on it. So people nowadays in hotels, they don't use this machine. There are more advanced machines for the shampooing of the carpet. So this machine is usually used for scrubbing the floor, polishing the floor and buffing the floor nowadays. All of you know what is polishing? Say you have to polish the marble. So if you have to polish the marble, you need a machine. So this is the machine. What is the chemical we use for polishing the marble? Usually, pardon? R1. Okay. There are different chemicals. One of the commonly used chemical is Noblate. That is from Tasky. It comes in the powdery form. They will make paste of it. They will apply it on the marble and they will polish it. So polishing is a process. Second term or the second use of this machine is buffing. What is buffing? B-U-F-F-I-N-G, buffing.
Just rubbing it with a brush.
just rubbing it with a brush. Anyone else? Okay, good. Let us give a round of applause for him. So I think all of you are waiting for your lunch. Okay. See, all of you have your shoes. You are polishing your shoes. What you do first, you apply. See, I am not saying that you are using a shoe sign. Shoe sign means you apply a chemical, there will be sign or a glow on the shoe. I am not talking about shoe sign. But if you are applying a wax, say a cherry or a blossom or any wax, what you do first, you apply it on the shoe. You will not get a sign. So the same thing happens on the floor. You apply this no-grade powder in the form of paste on the floor, but sign will not be there. So what you do, you apply the polish. After that, as you give a gentle scrub with a brush or a piece of cloth on your shoes to get the sign, similar thing is done to get the sign on the floor. And that particular process of gentle scrubbing after application of polish on the surface to get this sign, the activity that we do of a gentle scrubbing, this particular activity is known as buffing. Is it clear what is buffing? And then finally, scrubbing. All of you know we have to use the brush or the pad and give a gentle scrub, sometimes little harsh scrub with some chemical and water to scrub the floor. Quickly we'll understand what are the attachments for this, and then we will see the demo on it. Now, this particular white one, which you can see here, the bristle is softer, and if you want to shampoo the carpet, in that case you would use this kind of brush. You can pass it on and see the softness. It is softer. Once you see the black one, you will come to know about the bristle. So this white one is used to apply the polish on the marble floor. If you want to scrub it, you use this one. If you want to scrub floor using a brush, this is the one which gets attached to the machine. We'll see how it is attached. Now you can see this is harder. These blisters are harder as compared to that one. Just pass it on. Because you should have a feel, you should understand what it is, then only you can ask your employees to do it. Good. Now, you can see this particular holder, a disc. Now, this is the disc on which we can attach these pads, and usually you can see it is having a color coding. It is red, this is green, this is white. You also get one in black, which has got damage, so we don't have it here right now. Now, this green and black is used for scrubbing the floor. Green is having blisters which is softer as compared to black. So it depends on the type of soil that you are going to scrub. If the soil is very, very harsh and tough, we go for the black color, which is harder in nature. If it is normal, regular on this floor, we can go for the green one. So these are just the color coding. Usually the white one is used to apply the polish, polish on the marble floor, that noble powder paste. And this reddish color, this is used to do the buffing. And as we have seen the difference in the bristle, in the softness, similarly, you can just feel the difference in the softness or the hardness of these pads. Good. Now what we do, these pads, we attach it to this particular disc. You can see a thorny kind of things are there. So the pad gets attached to it, and then we have to fix it on the machine, which we'll see right now. One more caution, once we are giving training to your employees, please tell them they should not put the disc and use it without applying these pads. See the condition of this. Once what happened, they fixed this, without fixing the pad, they started the machine, and you can see now the holding capacity of the pad of this disc has gone. This cannot anymore hold, and it is a big loss. So very small thing. Why I told you that you should be giving proper training. If it is getting damaged, it is costly and it is a loss to the organization. So proper training is very, very important. This is one of the examples.
So how do you attach those?
Exactly, very good question. Okay, take this one. Yeah, please come here. Tilt this machine down fully. Wait. Let them fully down. Keep it down. Can you see a holder kind of thing there? Yeah. Now please come and try to attach it here. Come this side if you are not able to see it. Yeah. And turn it the other side. Yeah. Is it setting now? Is it fit now? Is it coming out? No. It has set, so it is to be locked properly. Put it up. And after fixing this, you can use it. So in similar manner, we can also fix the black one. Let us also see before using how to fix these pads. Bring it down again. Yeah. Now, if you have to remove it, just unlock it and remove it. Good. Please keep it there. Now bring that green color pad and the pad holder. Yeah. Bring it here. Yeah. So first you have to fit the. Yeah. Keep the disc. Yeah. Keep the pad on it. Yeah. Now try to fix it here. Very good. Lock. Pick it up. Yeah, no problem. Because it is an old one. Just bring it down again. Now you refix it once again. Because of constant use. No, this is fine. Yeah. Just slowly you can pick it up. Good. So now all of you know how to attach, how to fix the attachment. These are also very important things. Now you have to understand few more activities. If you want to operate this machine, you have to be very careful. You can see there are different handles here, different levers in fact. So this one, left hand side, this lever, if you want to use water and chemical, you pour water in this tank. Capacity of this tank is 10 liters. So you can pour the water and then you can pour the chemical that you want to use for scrubbing your floor. Usually, although the capacity is 10 liters, we put only 9 liters of water and remaining we put the chemical or as per your choice. Once you pull this, automatically the water will come out. Now, you should always keep this handle at the height of the waist of your body to have maximum control on the machine. If you work with the machine by keeping this handle here near your chest, chances of accident is very, very high. Now this machine, as soon as you start it starts at the speed of 175 RPM. In 1 minute, it rotates around 175 times. So it will be very difficult to control. If you are not able to control, you will fall down along with the machine. So it is very, very important. With proper training, it is possible. So first thing, to have maximum control, pull this one, bring it to the height of the waist of your body and leave it. It gets locked. Okay. Next is this lever. Now this both, either left or right, both the levers have got the same function. It is something like a clutch of the bike. Whenever you want to start this machine, you have to put this up and press the button. It starts working. But you have to be very careful. You should not put your finger in between. Many times they will be putting finger in between and they press it and then your finger gets locked and it is painful. So you have to be very careful. You have to keep this lever holding till you want the machine to function. If there is any problem, you release this, the machine stops. Again, one more caution here. Many times while releasing this, people will leave this handle also. Then again it is a problem. So proper training is very, very important, and that is why you have this topic, remedial training in your syllabus, where if there is any machine, you have to give proper training, you have to make them practice, and then only you will allow them to work on it. Okay. So now quickly we will try to see a demo of this machine. Now as soon as you start this machine, there is a mechanism to control it. what happens if you give a gentle push upward, not very high push, a gentle push, it will move right. If you give a gentle downward push, it will move left. So for scrubbing, what we do, we apply the chemical, we fix it like this, either this green one or black one, or the black, the other black one or this green one for scrubbing. Then we start scrubbing it. When the area is scrubbed, we use the dry and wet pickup machine to pick up all the dirt along with the water and chemical that is accumulated. Now, all of you have used vacuum cleaner, so I don't think we need a separate demo on vacuum cleaner. So what we'll do quickly, we'll try to see how this machine functions, and then we'll start our clean cleaning. So for this, we just pour a bucket of a mug of water here on the floor. Just leave it here. Leave the machine here. Now if the water, keep it here. Just pour it here. Yes, pour to it. Yeah. Now, please be careful. Please remember. Please see how it is being done. So see, I am pulling it and pressing the button. The switch is on. As soon as you are pressing the button, start functioning. We have to be little careful. Okay. So I am starting it. Now see, I am giving a gentle upward push, it is moving right, downward push, it is moving left. And see the effect of the machine. Now suppose I am not able to handle, I am feeling it may fall down or something, you see I am releasing, you see in my hands. If I release this, the machine will stop, but I should not leave the handle. And since it is here, I have maximum control. Suppose I put it here. Suppose I put it here and I start. Just see how it works. So, it is very, very difficult because I am not able to control. Don't do this because since I wanted to show it to you, but don't practice this.
So the hair fine off.
Pardon? Put that up. Yeah, take it. Pour some more water. Yes. Now see, I am again holding this and bringing this to the waist, height of the waist of my body, and see now I am starting it again. How I can have control over the machine? Just have a look. It is very easy. Now just observe this water and you can see what is the effect of the machine. With mop it is difficult to remove this much of dust and dirt. So this is the benefit of using the scrubbing machine, but you have to be very careful and you have to follow the safety norms. Now see, I want to stop the machine. Switch it off from there. Now all of you know how to use vacuum cleaner. Just try to use the vacuum cleaner and we'll see the difference between the scrubbed area and the non-scrubbed area.
So exactly.
Yeah, exactly. you all can see little difference. Now the area is not cleaned thoroughly. So again we need to clean it. But if you compare that with the some part of this which is cleaned properly, say for example this area or this area, you can see these are cleaned properly because we are not following the proper sequence that we have to do when we are following the cleaning. Just I wanted to show you the demo. But see the difference that you have here and you have here. So you can find out the effect, and whenever we do a thorough cleaning, we have to ensure that entire area is in this particular status to obtain our standard. So, and this you cannot obtain with a mop, with a broom and mop. So you need to scrub it. If you hand scrub it, if you scrub it manually, even then this effect will not be there. So many times we need to use a machine. Okay. So in this way, now we have to plan for an area and we have to do a thorough cleaning of that particular area. Okay. So any doubt in any of the activities or have any queries? Okay, fine. So you can give your feedback on your today's session or today's learning that you had.
After a long time, we are back to the college. It's more useful than learning in online classes. It is very useful and practical.
Okay, thank you. Yes, your feedback.
It's more interesting in offline mode.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
We are really blessed to have such an experienced and grateful teacher who actually lets us, understand the base workings of the equipments live, and we don't have to sit at home and, not get the real world experience of how things work. Yeah.
We are eagerly waiting for the college to reopen. The practical class is so interactive. Sir has teachers in a very practical way, and it was so interactive. They used to talk to the students and ask your opinions. So I love this class. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Really, it was a great session, and I encourage all of you who have sitting at home, so please come and as soon as possible. Our JD sir is waiting all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is very nice to recap and come to the practical experience and look at what we have learned. Because it was 1 year gap, so it was little bit it was a good section. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all of you. See, it is even we know it is the forced situation. It is not only we, entire globe is undergoing the impact of the pandemic. So we are helpless, but thanks to the Almighty, finally, we are there to have the live sessions and all. It is always very nice to learn practically, especially in the technical courses that you do, and this is one of the technical course. So thank to Almighty that you are lucky, at least now it is opening, and you have missed your practical in 5th semester. That is the reason college first decided that we will first complete the practical of 5th semester, and then we'll, whatever theory we have completed in 6th semester, we'll continue with that along with the practical, maybe by the second week of March. And I'm thankful to all of you. It was very interactive session. All of you have taken part, and all of you are very active. And I also congratulate all of you because most of you remembered many of the things. Definitely it is not possible for us to remember everything because there is a huge gap. But then still, many of you remember many of the terminologies, many of the things which helped me in completing the class on time. Otherwise, if I have to start explaining everything, it is difficult. So it is both way. Wherever we want to learn, whenever we want to interact, if the interaction is there, it becomes more easier. So I am thankful to all of you for making it more interesting with your knowledge, with your experience, and all of you are very open to discuss everything. That is a very nice sign. So I am confident all of you will prosper wherever you go in your industry or in whichever field you are working. So, and in addition to these, those students who are offline, those who are online, those who are not present here, I wish in the days to come they will also be coming here. And I am thankful to both of our second year MSCs our Mr. Nanda Kumar and Mr. Ben Frank, who supported us continuously and who is recording this video live for you all, those who cannot make it. So let us give a round of applause for both of them. Thank you. Wish you all a safe stay and hope to meet you all soon. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.